So the Psychopomp, it's a really good all-rounder weapon. It has roles that work for ad clear, boss DPS, and even utility. Today I wanted to take you through each of these roles and try and convince you to farm for this weapon that I think is so good and versatile it should never be in your vault. Also, since everyone asked where to get the linear in last week's video, I'm going to tell you where to get this weapon up front. It drops from Pit of Heresy. Any encounter, go farm, go farm, go farm. Same with the linear, by the way. Anyway, enough glazing. Let's get started. First, the origin trait. The origin trait basically reads, sustained damage with this weapon increases damage, handling, and reload speed. For my testing, this doesn't buff damage on the gun at all. Not the impact damage or the tick damage that comes after, but the reload and handling are very welcome additions. For the perk to proc, it takes about 12 to 14 ticks of the area denial effect, and again, to my testing, hitting more of the impact shots does not improve this time. So unfortunately, the perk is pretty lackluster here compared to some of the other weapons, like the linear or even the glaive. I will also note that the handling and reload increases from the Pit of Heresy origin trait are on par, if not better, than the handling and reload speed increased from the episode Heresy origin trait, and is also easier to proc in my opinion, so there's no reason to run the Heresy origin trait over the Pit of Heresy origin trait. Moving on to the first role this weapon can fill, ad clear. I think the go-to role here is demo paired with bolt shot. I know technically demo is a reload perk, and technically if you use demo to reload it doesn't proc bolt shot. However, that is not what the purpose of demo is for us. We are using demo on this for insane grenade regen, especially when paired with an arc grenade heavy build. Warlocks, I'm looking at you with Ionic Sentry. Bolt shot is very strong here too, helping clean up some of the ads that try to run out of the tick damage fields. Bolt shot is especially good if you can get it to proc on a major enemy and then leave the tick damage on it, because then the major enemy will send out lightning to all nearby enemies multiple times without you having to do anything else. Another thing to consider is the weapon's ad control responsibility, which is different from ad clear. Ad control is different from ad clear. If you pre-fire this onto enemy spawns, the tick damage will make the enemies unable to run out from it, basically stun locking them, forcing them to die before they even have a chance to run away, increasing your grenade stocks by massive quantities without so much as a second thought by you. If you don't like the idea of volt shot on this for ad clear, which is fair enough and I suppose I can see, you could go for either sword logic or gear shift. Gear shift really only works well provided you are on arc, but it also triggers on reloading after a kill, so you can keep that in mind, and either of those perks would work for more damage against melting majors or even adds on higher difficulty content. Speaking of higher difficulty content, let's talk utility. If you don't know what a utility weapon is, it's basically like a mountaintop or eager edge sword or even the navigator. Just something where the primary function isn't kill as many things as possible, rather it's how can this weapon benefit me or my team in ways that aren't just running amok shooting ads. So in my mind, the obvious utility role here is auto-loading holster paired with attrition orbs. I mean, who doesn't want more orbs? The only problem with attrition orbs is that they come out of the target instead of you. So if you want to truly take advantage of that, you could run a sword DPS build, kind of like this. That way you are kept fed and happy on surges, plus the orbs can contribute to other things like bumping up your class ability or grenade or even melee. Or if your build is spec'd for it, it can even grant you benefits like Woven Mail, Restoration, and Void Overshield. Now, if the auto-loading isn't for you, and perhaps you're the kind of person who likes having your gun out all the time, I have two backup first column perks that I think will suit your fancy. First, Demo again. It's just the GOAT. Nothing beats essentially free grenade energy, and even that free reload can help you out every once in a while. The second is Rolling Storm, which isn't really an all-rounder perk, but if you're rocking a bolt charge build, this is absolutely your guy. I feel like I should also talk about this stinky little perk called Blast Distributor because it can give you up to plus 50 grenade stat if you're into that, but I personally feel like Demo is the better option when it all boils down to grenade based stuff. And on the topic of boiling, let's talk about baking. boss baking. Now obviously this isn't going to be a DPS monster, it's an area denial special weapon, but its total damage will even it out over the course of a damage phase thanks to its pretty awesome damage per shot ratio. If you were to put it into a rotation, it would look something like this. Keep in mind my weapon stat in this clip is like 70 max, so I am not cooking. But the potential is there for you guys to find. Since this obviously is not your main DPS weapon, you will want to have auto-loading holster, so any swap rotation you come up with won't have to suffer thanks to the horrible addition of reloading. For the damage perk, it's gotta be gear shift, just because of how free it is to proc, especially if you've already been running around a mechanics phase, staying amplified, and building stacks. So you should be able to see the total damage next to the DPS there, and I know the next question on your mind is it better than salvage or salvo slop rotation? So let me pull one of those out real quick and we can take a look. Keep in mind this is also at like 70 weapons. So like, it's pretty even for my testing. Just imagine if I had a barricade up the entire time for both rotations, or a tractor, and well, the possibilities are endless, but this video is not. So with that, I shall bid adieu to you, and send you off to farm for a few of this weapon, a roll or two. It doesn't have to knock off your shoes, just give you a thought to chew. Enough of that BS, go farm this thing, get an 8 out of 8 god roll and flex it on your friends. This thing is really good and it's a shame how they massacred attrition orbs on area denial frames, hashtag never forget. If you need people to farm with, I have a Discord server linked in the description, so join up. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend so they can be educated in the latest meta slop. I'll see you guys next week, if not sooner. Bye.